I wanted to put something short together that goes over what I was shooting as far as like my hunting setup, and what I am going to be shooting is switching over to here shortly for a TAC event. And TAC's going on right now. We got San Antonio going on right now. Everybody looks like they're having a good time. And then me personally, I'll be at Montana and Big Sky in, what is that, the end of June. So I wanted to do something that kind of, for me, is different. I'm by no means like a heavy arrow guy, but I wanted to do like a all intentions on weight, whether that means dropping down poundage to spine up, which is essentially what I did. So I'll just give a brief kind of background on what I was shooting in case you didn't already know. But I was shooting the Easton Axis long ranges with a DCA Super Saber, which I loved. And that arrow came in with a 100 grain point at 480 grains. It was great. Flew flat, grouped well, loved it. No complaints. Could I shoot it at TAC? Sure. Why am I not? Because I can't help myself, and I wanted to try something different. So, Easton, you guys are probably familiar. They have a Sonic 6, the 6.0, lighter GPI arrow that is versatile. So you can hunt with that arrow. I'm using it for velocity, but you can shoot. You can load up the front and shoot it for whitetail or whatever you want to do. So it's really cool. It's a very forgiving setup, and it's versatile with however you want to shoot it. So I don't have much to go off of on 6 mils. I haven't shot 6 mils. I was mostly a 5mm guy actually until last year. Started with the 4s and like them, but I definitely think there's a place for everything. 6.54s, all of them 6.5s. So I do have the spine chart up here, and I wanted to give you guys kind of an idea of why I did what I did. So, like I said, the 4mm long range in a 250 spine for me was coming in at like 480, which is by no means, heavy, but did some tweaking, and if I dropped my poundage, so I was running 75 pound mods with 85% let off on my V3X. If I drop that down to 65 pound mods and 80% let off, I would end up holding like 3% more. 3 pounds more. But you're drawing less, which is great. And because of that, I was able to spine up to a 300. So on their spine chart, 250 for the Sonics, this is on Easton's website, it sits at a 9.5. And I dropped down to a 300, which is at an 8.8. So I'm saving almost a grain on a 29.5 inch carbon-to-carbon arrow, so I'm happy with that. I ran standard inserts. They're standard, regular, old aluminum inserts that go in there. I'm running their 100 grain match grade points, which I do love. Those things they just look so sick. And they are awesome. Like, weighed them. Every time they came in, I was trying to catch them slacking, and they're perfect. So happy with those. And then I am going to I've not really, after I started with the Super Sabers, I haven't really gotten away from them. But I'm doing a pink and yellow Super Saber with this candy camo wrap that I did a collab with Kyle, who owns DCA and DCA Custom Arrows. And I'll put a link in the description for those. And if you follow me on Instagram, you obviously already know where they're at, because I've been tagging them weekly, putting them in there because they're super awesome. It's basically a duck camo, like what I was shooting with the 4 mils, just all like 90s out. So they're pretty cool. So I don't know like speeds what this thing's gonna come in at. The Sonic, which we're nicknaming the Supersonics, those are at 414 grains with everything fully built. So I'm dropping significant weight on that. Super excited to see what kind of comes out of that. And I will be shooting my HHA Tetra Max Rise frame with their new long range tapes, which I'm super pumped about those. And my UV3, my standard UV3. I'm doing a World Archery cartridge instead of the light cartridge, and I think that'll be perfect. All in all, I think this build is exactly what I needed for TAC, and it's going to be light, fast, forgiving. It's going to look good when we hit trees, so it won't hurt as bad when we hit trees. I feel for that, and yeah. So if you're at TAC and you're going to be in Montana, definitely say what's up, and I'll see you on the mountain. All right.